Chelsea 1, Everton 0. Great team effort. This is what we are talking about. I mean, I'm very happy because we've been talking about like putting in effort by the Chelsea players. And today, I think we saw something that resembles effort from the players. Guys, welcome to another exciting episode. My name is Prince Amdan. This is the review of the Chelsea-Everton game, and super excited. Chelsea, you know, before the what's the name? The Fulham game, we were all skeptical that the last 5 or 6 games that were left were going to be very, very, they were going to be a big deal for Chelsea to win. But from what we are seeing, from what the players are exhibiting, they are telling us they equally know the importance of these games, and you can see them put in a lot more effort. Usually you see me here blasting everybody, but today I think I'm somehow satisfied with the effort. We could have done better, but I feel that I've seen some level of effort. If you see how they brought the game to Everton, the intensity of the game, how they moved the game, it was quite impressive. And this is what we want to see every week. We want to see players really wanting to win. And as I keep saying, it's not about having the best players in the world. It's not about having assembling all the top stars in the world. Sometimes team effort, sometimes individual effort, the willingness to show something, the willingness to win games actually makes the difference. This morning I was having a conversation with a fellow fan, and I was telling them that, look, see Forest. Can you tell me that Forest have more superstars in their team than Chelsea? No. But look at what Nottingham Forest have been able to do. Remarkable. So team effort, individual effort, that is what it takes to move forward, to progress. And I believe us as fans just want to see that. Not necessarily winning every game, but showing up in every single game, proving a point. Whether you win, you draw, or you lose, you got to prove a point. We have to. The era of John Terry, the Michael Asians, it's not as if they never lost games. They lost games, but you could see that these boys played all out. You could see that these were players who wanted to win. And that is exactly what we want to see. We don't want to see laziness. We don't want to see, players playing as if they don't know what they're about. Right? But today, I think we just have to give them, some round of applause for that wonderful performance, especially in the first half. The second half, things went a bit off gear, but I think that holistically, we could see some level of improvement. Some level of improvement. Lavia came into the midfield. He held the midfield down together with Enzo Fernandez. And you could see that solidity in the midfield. If you go back, Trev was just spectacular today. He was spectacular at the back today. And I think that was able to help us. The midfield and the defense, how solid they were today, actually helped the team to be able to concentrate on how they move the game up front and all of that. So let's keep it up. Let's keep proving a point. Let's keep, because it is not like who has name. It is who wants it. It is who wants it most. So if you have all the players, yes, players count. But if you have the best players in the world and they are not willing to play for the team, they are not willing to play for the badge, at the end of the day, nothing happens. That's what we're talking about. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. And I particularly liked how the formation was where Caicedo plays this number 3 position as if is is it number 2 or number 3? That's the right back, right? He plays the right back as if he's like he plays it so well. And being a midfielder already, he knows how to invert into the midfield and still handle, his position very well. Overall, I think it was a great performance from Caicedo, and Madueke, man. Let's talk about Madueke for a little bit. Madueke has been, for the past few games since he came back, and I told you in the other video that I wanted to do a video about Madueke separately. Madueke has been consistent for the past few games with his performance. You could see that he has improved a lot. He doesn't hold the ball too much. His effort at winning balls, tackling, has improved. He fought for a lot of balls today. And it was clear that this is a new Madueke. A rebranded Madueke. I mean, I love this dude, man. So, when I saw that performance and he was substituted and I saw him walk his walk in, I got excited about it. I was just laughing alone, man. I mean, he was... it's refreshing for us to see, our players come out and fight. When you fight like this, nobody can use petty issues as grudges against you. But this goes to tell a lot of the fans or a lot of the people who thought that, when we come out to just, vilify players, to just talk bad about players. No. When they do well, we will talk about them. We will praise them. That is it. But when you are not performing well, you should equally be bold to talk about it. We should be equally bold to talk about your inefficiency. But I think Madueke, has impressed me in the last few games. He keeps impressing, and I hope that he keeps it up. He keeps, putting in that effort, that work. Because Chelsea, if you come to wingers, Chelsea has a lot of quality wingers. So if you don't put in your A game, at the end of the day, you are going to suffer for it because somebody is going to take your place. I remember when those days when he wasn't really, putting up a lot of work, doing a lot of tackles and all of that. We were discussing and we were saying that, Enzo Maresca is giving you some time. If you are not improving, he'll put you on the bench. And that was what eventually happened. So, it's exciting to see Madueke, really come back into the game with a different mentality, with, some, excitement, with some fighting spirit, with some, energy to fight for, the club and for us to win games. And as I said, every single individual's effort is important. Every single individual must put in their A game. Because if the defense is working and the midfield is not working, the forward line is not working, we are not going anywhere with that. Because the more the pressure, the more you tend to make mistakes for them to score you. So every department needs to be on its toes. Every department needs to put in effort. Yeah. Especially if we agree that, and the commentator was asking, generally what exactly would success mean for Chelsea? Is it finishing in, a Champions League spot, or what was? And I think that is a question we've been asking, or we've been answering over the past, few weeks, because it is very important Chelsea gets into Champions League this season. Yes, as we keep saying, we need to have a team that can compete. But I don't think the problem is the team. The problem is how, to motivate these players to put in their best. We've seen some of these players, or we've seen them play. We know the quality they are made of. So it tells you that if we are able to motivate them to put in their best, we can go into Champions League next season and perform well. but not when everybody's playing as if they are they don't know what they are doing and all of those things. So guys, let's hope that but it's still very keen. It's still very keen. So let's hope that some other teams lose and we get the opportunity to be within the top 5 spot, top 4, top 5 spot positions and I mean progress as the games continue. And also I think we have to commend the goal scorer, Nicholas Jackson, for scoring that incredible goal, man. I mean, scoring your first in 14 games as a striker, for me, is underwhelming. But we cannot take the fact that we cannot take out the fact that this was a top goal scored by Jackson. From Chalobah, hounding the opponent and taking the ball, giving it to Enzo. Enzo giving a one-time pass. Nicholas Jackson's first touch, excellent. He turned and he smashed on the ball. That's the mark of the kind of strikers we want to see, or the kind of a striker we want Nicholas Jackson to be. Can you imagine this is the first time Nicholas Jackson is scoring a goal from outside the box? The first time. Well, that might not be like much of a problem, but as like we keep saying, you cannot always score goals all the time inside the 18-yard, and that has always been one of our problems. We fear to shoot from afar. We fear to take challenges. Look at the second goal we almost scored. Kukureya struck the ball. The keeper couldn't handle it. He gave the ball away. If Jackson was in an onside position, that would have been a goal. Those are some of the challenges we have to take. You don't just play the ball up until you get into the 18-yard box before you score. We have to shoot the balls. We have to try to score from outside of the 18. But when we score one like that, then we forget and then we come back and we are doing the same old thing. But that is one of the ways, or one of the easiest ways to mess with a defense, a team's defense. Because once you shoot that ball, everybody's in disarray. And the rebounds can go anywhere. So guys, I think that was a very, beautiful goal. Jackson has to put in a lot more, training and learning at scoring goals. Because you can't tell me as a striker in 14 games, you score one. You score one goal. It's not adding up. We know the work Jackson brings, or the importance Jackson brings into the team, but that alone is not enough. As a lead striker, you need to score goals. You need to score goals. Hopefully in the next few games, we are going to see a lot more from these boys. Cole Palmer still having, his lack of confidence. His form is still not, coming back as we expect. Right? The question is, must he always be on the team sheet? Even when his performance is not really, he's having challenge. Nobody doubts the quality of Cole Palmer. Nobody doubts that. Nobody doubts him. But when he's not on the top of his game, I think there should be some variations to help the team work. It shouldn't be that Cole Palmer must always be there, even when he's not giving us what is expected. Maybe he needs some time to, to sort himself out. He's going through issues. Today, the same quietness. He wasn't really, overly impressive. He did a couple of, stuff, but I think this is not the Cole Palmer we all know. But we hope that, very soon he'll be back to his normal self and, be able to, do the things. And if you look at him, he himself is not okay. He's not okay with what he does on the pitch. He's not happy. He's not happy. So something definitely must be going on. And I think that, I hope that they are trying to find ways to help him to, really come back to his best self. But I think for today, it was a good game, regardless of, Cole Palmer's performance. I think we had a good game, and for me, I'm happy about it. I don't know about you, but for me, I think it was a good game for me. And we move to our next game is going to be against Liverpool. Liverpool. For me, Liverpool. I think I'll do a preview of the game, but I think Liverpool. For me, if we are able to play well and even get a draw, it's going to be a good result for me, because we all know what Liverpool. I mean, the quality of Liverpool in this year's EPL. So hopefully, let's just be able to play well and at least get a draw. For me, I think that'll be okay for me. I don't know what you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, as well as today your thoughts on today's game as well in the comment section. I'll be super glad to see them as well. And don't forget to let me know which part of Africa, which part of the world you are watching us from. My name is Prince Amdan, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I'm out.